Dexter from the LCS Summer Split 2013. I'm here now with xPeke, known as the mid laner from Fnatic. We are talking about his career, his childhood and his early beginnings with LoL. xPeke, talking about your childhood, when did you have your first contact with video games?
I don't know, I cannot even remember. I guess when I was a baby with my brother, because he used to play a lot. He was playing and probably I was watching because I used to watch him a lot.
And what do you can remember was your first time sitting on the PlayStation or something?
No, my first game was in a really old and bad laptop that you have to install games with the diskettes. And the game was like, I don't know, like just pixels. You couldn't even, there was not even graphics. It was just pixels moving around and you just have to do like puzzles and stuff. That's the first game I remember. It was really bad, but I don't know.
And when did you have your first contact with online gaming?
Cannot remember the first online game I ever played. I think it was like an MMORPH, but it was not a really famous one or anything. I just played with a friend. I was maybe 10 or 11, and I just played like casually. It was the first MMORPH I played.
And tell us something about how you took note that there is the game LoL and your way to it.
I used to play Dota a lot. Maybe when I was, I don't remember exact age, 15 or 16, I found out Dota. Before that I used to play Counter-Strike, Warcraft and Battlefield, all those games for fun with my friends. But when I found Dota, I loved it a lot and I was playing it in my house, even alone. I didn't even mind playing it alone with no friends, just with random people. And yeah, I liked this kind of game a lot. So when League of Legends came out, a friend of mine told me about it. And I didn't like it that much because I was used to Warcraft and Giant, and the graphics are a lot different. This one seemed a bit more childish at first. And even before, League of Legends had made a lot of improvement in the graphics. Before they were even more basic. And yeah, I found it a bit weird, like it was not gonna be good. But I started playing it just with him to play with someone, and I liked it. And I don't know, I loved it more than Dota at some point, and I stopped playing Dota, more LoL, and finally I quit Dota forever.
And when was the first point you recognized, well, I'm probably better than most of the other players?
I think after half a year playing, maybe. I was playing, the thing is for me it was already really easy when I started playing, because if you're playing Dota a lot, I was not a professional player or a top player, but I was really good in Dota because I played a lot for 1.5 years or 2 years. So if you go to League of Legends and you start an account level 1, it's really easy. For me playing against other people that was level 10, 20, it was really easy, and I felt like the game was easy, but I liked it still. And when I got level 30, I started to play. There were no ranks yet, there were only normals, but I started to play a lot and face really good people, and I realized that I was facing good people. I didn't think I was good, but I knew some of them were kind of famous people that were playing tournaments and stuff, so I felt like I was already almost at their level, catching them.
Okay. And please describe your way into the professional scene.
It was slowly, like when I realized I had potential, I already wanted to make a team. So what I was doing is, every time I play with someone good, I added them to friend and asked them to play with me, just for fun, because they were good. I like how they play, and I wanted to play with a good team. So just playing with people I knew and I liked. And after being, I don't know, when the solo queue was like season 1 started and they made this rank system that it was just not normal games, I started to make already small teams to play Spanish Cups and something, and it was nothing too serious, but that's why it started, and I gained some recognition. I increased a lot in solo queue, and finally I got picked up by the first team we had with Cyanide, and I was on it, and it was with Wedrin, We Will Fader, Priest, a lot of all solo top players in the past.
And talking about your first clan, tell us something about your clan history till you got to Fnatic.
Okay, yeah, when we made the team, it was called Team Top Elo, something like that. It was just random name, it was not an organization or anything, just the team. And we got picked up by a team, a small, I don't even know that organization, it was Team Birth called. It was like a small organization made by some guy that wanted to make it bigger. He was sponsoring us just by paying travels, but at that moment there were not even offline tournaments, so he was really not doing anything. We were playing for him, he was paying us like travels, but we were not going to any, so We did nothing, and yeah, I don't know, we were playing Go for LOLs. That's all you could play at that time. At the beginning of League of Legends, there was only Go for LOLs for 100 euros every month, every week, and that was our aim, to play that and win it and qualify for the monthly finals for $500.
And what steps did you took to reach a winner? And I know that you went almost your whole career with Cyanide. Tell us something about the clans you were in.
Well, Cyanide was, since the beginning, he was really young, and he was kind of like me, like playing a lot, being on the top of the solo queue time at the time when we joined. And yeah, I think he was a bit like me. We played the most out of everyone. Like, everyone else was good or not, but they had these times where they were not playing that much because of I don't know what reason. So sometimes we were making changes. But we got an unstable roster for like 1 year. Once we joined My Revenge, we stick with that team for until DreamHack. We had 6 members at that time. So on DreamHack, we didn't change any player. We used how do you say this? Like, yeah, we just kind of stay with 5 and let the sub player go, because at that time we didn't need a sub at all. It was only one tournament every 3 months, and it would be really lucky if one of us couldn't go because he got super sick. So yeah, we stayed with 5 players after DreamHack for over a year, and yeah, we were friends. We were playing good together. Everyone was motivated, and we just kept playing together. But yeah, at some point, like I said, not everyone was playing so much. At some point, maybe someone had to do something for school, someone had to do something with family or personal problems or whatever, so we had to slowly change players. We, even Lamy and Melissa, we didn't even want to change them, but they decided to quit by themselves because they had other priorities. And yeah, I don't know, Cyanide and me are the only ones that had always been playing every day and always wanted to improve.
And then you, with your home Liona, was coming over to Fnatic. Why did you took this step, coming from a determined organization, to create a new team under the banner of Fnatic?
Well, I guess it was mostly about dream come true, kinda. When I used to play Counter-Strike for first times on Dota, first names that came to my mind was Meteor Maker, xPeke, fnatic, and stuff like that. Those were like the 3 names I remember. And when I saw xPeke picked out a League of Legends team, I was really happy about it, because I thought maybe, since we were doing as good as them, at some point we will get picked up by any other team. And when we won the IM Invitational, the first one, Fnatic came to us, and it was mostly about playing for them because it was a dream. It didn't suppose any big change for us, like economically or anything, because at that time League of Legends team had no real salary, like it was nothing, just paid travels and gear. But it was mostly about the name. But finally, after 5 years playing games and hoping to be there, managed to be there.
Okay, so a dream, a child dream. And what did your parents say when you come to them and said, well, I'm a professional video games player?
Well, yeah, I don't know. My father was always like more. He didn't mind much, like he liked it, but it was more about what my mom said. Like she's the one that has the last word, kinda. So it was hard to convince her that I was a pro player, because she didn't mind that I did it, but as long as I kept studying. So I was studying for even when I was in Fnatic, I kept studying for 1 year. I started my career, and yeah, it was really hard for me to study, not only because I didn't have time, but because I didn't want to spend the few free time after playing all day. I could have a study and probably do it, but I'd rather just play and then have free time. So I told her I wanted to stop it, just as long as I was a pro player. And at first she didn't like it. She told me that I could just take half the course or whatever to make it easier, but in the end, I don't know. For the time I finished my first grade, League of Legends became so big that I had to already quit the career to practice a lot, because there was a lot of money and a lot of competition. And she didn't like it at first, but she understood, and now she's happy with it anyway. So
still today they supporting you both?
Yeah, they support me, and they don't regret at all that I did this. They actually are happy that I took this decision, and yeah.